Some of the most impactful changes in society weren't driven by those in the spotlight, but by those who moved in silence, by those who defied norms, rejected labels, and carved their own path. The Sigma female is not just another personality type. She is a force of nature. While the world follows trends, she sets her own standards. While others seek approval, she walks alone with unshakable confidence. If you've ever felt like you were meant for something greater, this message is for you. Here are 6 reasons why Sigma females are the ultimate game changers in society. In a world that thrives on labels and predefined roles, the Sigma female stands apart, not by accident, but by design. She is the embodiment of quiet strength, self-reliance, and intellectual independence. Unlike traditional social archetypes that conform to structured expectations, the Sigma female operates outside the hierarchy, charting her own path without seeking validation. From an early age, she recognizes that societal norms often attempt to dictate her value based on external factors: how she looks, how she interacts, and whether she aligns with traditional roles of femininity. But she refuses to be confined by these definitions. Instead, she crafts her own identity, guided by internal conviction rather than external influence. Consider historical figures like Marie Curie, whose scientific breakthroughs reshaped our understanding of physics and chemistry. She was not concerned with fitting into societal expectations of women in her era. She was driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge and the pursuit of excellence. Like Curie, the Sigma female is undeterred by societal resistance. She moves forward with purpose, trusting her intellect, intuition, and resilience. What sets the Sigma female apart from other archetypes, such as the alpha female, is her independence from the need for dominance or social control. While alphas command groups and seek leadership positions within hierarchies, the Sigma female is content operating in the background, influencing without the need for overt recognition. She is the strategist, the innovator, the one who challenges norms by simply refusing to adhere to them. This autonomous nature is both her strength and her greatest challenge. Society often misinterprets her detachment as arrogance or coldness, failing to see the depth of her introspection. But true power lies in self-awareness, and the Sigma female understands this better than most. She does not need the constant affirmation of a crowd because she has built an unshakable foundation of self-worth from within. Her presence in any industry or social setting disrupts the conventional flow. Whether in business, academia, or creative fields, she is the quiet force that rewrites the rules. Think of figures like Frida Kahlo, whose art defied convention, or Ada Lovelace, who envisioned modern computing long before her time. These women did not conform, they created. The emergence of the Sigma female in modern society signals a shift, one where autonomy, intelligence, and resilience define power rather than conformity or compliance. She is not just an archetype, she is a movement, a reminder that true influence does not require permission. Leadership, as society has traditionally defined it, often falls into 2 extremes: dominance through authority or influence through popularity. But the Sigma female redefines leadership entirely. She does not seek to control, nor does she crave admiration. Instead, she leads through quiet competence, unwavering self-mastery, and an unshakable commitment to personal excellence. In a world that expects women to be either submissive or aggressively assertive to gain power, the Sigma female takes neither route. She navigates leadership on her own terms, demonstrating that true influence does not require a loud voice. It requires a strong presence. Unlike the alpha female, who thrives in hierarchical structures, the sigma female disrupts the entire framework by showing that leadership is not about position, it is about impact. Consider the legacy of Rosa Parks. She did not storm political offices or demand recognition. She simply refused to give up her seat, igniting a movement that changed history. This is the essence of Sigma leadership. It is not always loud, but it is always powerful. A Sigma female leads by example, proving that quiet defiance can be just as revolutionary as direct confrontation. In professional spaces, she is often the unseen force behind successful projects and groundbreaking ideas. She does not seek the spotlight, yet her contributions elevate entire teams. Others may take credit, but her focus is never on external validation. She values the work itself, knowing that true fulfillment comes from mastery, not attention. A Sigma female's leadership style is deeply rooted in Stoic principles. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The Sigma female embodies this wisdom. She does not waste energy trying to convince others of her capabilities. She simply demonstrates them. She remains unshaken in the face of skepticism, knowing that excellence is its own proof. This unconventional approach to leadership disrupts the status quo because it challenges the belief that success must be loud, competitive, and externally validated. The Sigma female proves that leadership can be independent, strategic, and deeply personal. She's not interested in power for its own sake. She's interested in purpose. Throughout history, women like Jane Goodall, who revolutionized primatology, and Hedy Lamarr, whose inventions contributed to modern wireless technology, have exemplified this type of leadership. They did not conform to expectations. They did not seek titles. They simply followed their path, and in doing so, they changed the world. The Sigma female is a game changer because she leads from within. She does not need permission, applause, or authority. She is proof that the strongest leaders are often the ones no one sees coming. Most people fear solitude, associating it with loneliness, weakness, or social rejection. But for the Sigma female, solitude is not a curse, it is a strategy. It is in her moments of isolation that she refines her mind, sharpens her vision, and creates without distraction. While others chase constant validation through noise and connection, she finds her greatest power in silence. The world often equates success with visibility, networking, social influence, and public recognition. But the Sigma female understands that true innovation is born in solitude. Like great thinkers and revolutionaries throughout history, she uses her alone time to break free from conventional thinking, explore new ideas, and forge a path that is entirely her own. Take the example of Marie Curie, a woman who dedicated herself to scientific discovery, undistracted by the expectations placed on her gender. She worked in isolation, lost in her research, and as a result became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, not once but twice. Her solitude was not a limitation, it was a space where brilliance could thrive. Sigma females instinctively reject the need for constant social interaction. It is not that they dislike people, they understand that too much external influence can dilute originality. When you are always surrounded by opinions, expectations, and societal norms, it becomes difficult to hear your own thoughts. Solitude, then, is not about withdrawal, it is about self-preservation. This approach to life aligns deeply with Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, often emphasized the importance of retreating into oneself. He wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." The Sigma female embodies this principle, knowing that her inner world must be cultivated before she can impact the outer world. In business, Sigma females often excel as independent creators, entrepreneurs, and strategists. They are the authors, artists, scientists, and visionaries who do not need a crowd to validate their genius. J.K. Rowling, for example, wrote the first Harry Potter book while struggling financially and raising a child alone. She did not seek approval or instant success. She used her solitude to create a world that would later captivate millions. The Sigma female understands that solitude is not about isolation from the world. It is about preparing herself to engage with it on her own terms. While others fear being alone, she thrives in it, using it as a foundation for strategic thinking, self-mastery, and ultimately, innovation. She is proof that true power is not found in constant motion or social validation. It is found in the quiet moments when no one is watching and the mind is free to create without limits. Society conditions us to believe that success and influence stem from fitting into predefined social groups, networking circles, corporate hierarchies, and established power structures. But the Sigma female operates differently. She does not conform to the traditional rules of social engagement, nor does she seek validation from pre-existing systems. Instead, she carves her own path, crafting unique networks and relationships that align with her values, ambitions, and vision. Unlike extroverts who thrive in large social settings or alpha personalities who dominate group dynamics, the Sigma female moves through the world with quiet confidence. She does not need to be the loudest voice in the room because her impact speaks for itself. She builds relationships on depth rather than numbers, preferring quality over quantity when it comes to social connections. Consider the example of Ada Lovelace, a woman ahead of her time in the 19th century. While society expected her to conform to the limited roles available to women, she instead surrounded herself with intellectuals, mathematicians, and visionaries, forming her own unique network. Through her association with Charles Babbage, she contributed to the early foundations of computer science, proving that influence is not about fitting in, but about aligning with the right people. The Sigma female's approach to relationships mirrors this principle. She does not force connections. She does not chase after friendships or alliances out of obligation. Instead, she lets her energy attract those who truly resonate with her mindset. Whether in business, creative pursuits, or personal growth, she builds a network of like-minded individuals who challenge her, support her, and respect her autonomy. This mindset aligns with the Stoic philosophy of detachment and discernment. The Stoics believe that true wisdom comes from understanding what is within our control and what is not. The Sigma female applies this by refusing to waste energy on shallow interactions or forced social obligations. She chooses her connections with intention, knowing that the right alliances can elevate her while the wrong ones can drain her potential. In a corporate setting, she may not engage in office politics, yet she commands respect through her work ethic. In her personal life, she may not have a large social circle, but the few relationships she nurtures are deeply meaningful. She values reciprocity and authenticity, refusing to entertain relationships that lack substance. Her ability to navigate uncharted social terrain makes her a game changer. While others are busy following trends or seeking approval from existing power structures, she's quietly forging her own network, one built on trust, mutual respect, and shared purpose. This is what sets her apart. She does not follow social norms. She redefines them. Every challenge, every setback, and every moment of adversity carries within it an opportunity for transformation. While most people view obstacles as roadblocks, the Sigma female sees them as stepping stones, tools for growth, refinement, and evolution. What sets her apart is not just her ability to overcome difficulties, but her unique capacity to turn personal struggles into victories that benefit not only herself, but those around her. The Sigma female understands that resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about using it as a catalyst for progress. She embodies the Stoic philosophy that external circumstances are beyond our control, but our response to them is entirely within our power. When faced with hardship, she does not seek sympathy or external validation. Instead, she harnesses the lesson embedded within the experience and applies it strategically to her journey. Consider Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty and facing unimaginable hardships, she could have allowed her circumstances to define her limits. Instead, she used her pain as fuel to build one of the most influential media empires in the world. But more importantly, she extended her resilience outward, creating opportunities for others, championing causes that uplift marginalized voices, and redefining the way society perceives success and empowerment. This is the essence of adaptive resilience in the Sigma female mindset. She does not merely survive, she transforms. When she experiences professional setbacks, she does not wallow in self-doubt. She learns, adapts, and emerges stronger. If she faces rejection, she does not internalize it as failure but as redirection towards something greater. Every challenge becomes a lesson, and every lesson becomes an advantage. Her ability to convert struggles into wisdom allows her to serve as an inspiration to others. Whether she realizes it or not, her quiet strength influences those around her. In a corporate setting, she may be the one who rises from a failed project with renewed insight, teaching her team the value of perseverance. In her personal life, she may use past betrayals to set firmer boundaries, demonstrating the power of self-respect and emotional independence. This adaptive resilience is what makes her a true game-changer in society. She does not allow life to dictate her course. She takes control, recalibrates, and moves forward with even greater clarity. And as she continues to evolve, she extends her wisdom outward, turning her personal victories into collective wins that inspire change. Through her example, she teaches an invaluable lesson. Hardship is inevitable, but suffering is optional. It is not the challenges that define us. It is how we rise from them. The Sigma female does not just navigate the world, she reshapes it. Unlike traditional movements that seek validation through collective activism, she operates independently, influencing change through action, intellect, and an unwavering commitment to progress. She embodies a future-forward feminism, one that is not confined to slogans or protests, but is instead built upon personal mastery, strategic influence, and quiet revolution. The world has long celebrated extroverted leadership, the charismatic voices that rally crowds, the public figures who become the face of movements. But the Sigma female proves that transformation does not always require a megaphone. Her power lies in her ability to lead without seeking permission, to break barriers without making noise, and to inspire without demanding recognition. Take Marie Curie, for example. In a time when women were largely excluded from scientific institutions, she didn't waste time arguing for a seat at the table. She built her own. Through relentless dedication, she became the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, not once but twice, revolutionizing the fields of physics and chemistry. She didn't demand change, she became the change. This is the essence of the Sigma female's impact. She operates on a different frequency, focusing on tangible results rather than societal validation. In business, she pioneers new industries, not waiting for corporate spaces to accommodate her, but creating her own pathways to success. Think of Sarah Blakely, the self-made billionaire behind Spanx, who disrupted an entire industry by designing a product no one else had envisioned. She didn't follow the expected trajectory, she created her own rules. In social movements, the Sigma female does not engage in performative activism. Instead, she influences through thought leadership, innovation, and the strategic dismantling of outdated structures. Malala Yousafzai, for instance, did not set out to be a global symbol of women's education. She simply refused to be silenced, proving that resilience and intellect could shake oppressive systems at their core. Future-forward feminism, as embodied by the Sigma female, is about quiet yet unstoppable influence. It is about dismantling barriers, not through conflict, but through undeniable excellence. She does not seek equality in the conventional sense. She surpasses limitations altogether, proving through action that capability transcends gender, expectations, and societal norms. Her impact is not measured by the volume of her voice, but by the depth of her influence. And as she continues to move forward, creating, innovating, and redefining power, she becomes an unstoppable force, not just for herself, but for future generations of women who will follow in her footsteps. The Sigma female is not waiting for the world to change. She is the change. The Sigma female is not just a personality type. She is a movement, an unshakable force quietly revolutionizing the world. While others seek validation through societal norms, she moves beyond the need for approval, forging her own destiny with a mindset rooted in self-sovereignty, resilience, and strategic independence. She does not conform to existing power structures, she redefines them. She does not fight for a place in the system, she creates her own. Throughout history, the greatest change-makers have been those who refused to follow the script laid out for them. They were not loud, they were not seeking attention, they were focused, determined, and relentless in their pursuit of mastery. This is the essence of the Sigma female. She understands that real power does not come from external recognition. It comes from an unshakable belief in oneself. She is the leader who does not seek followers, the innovator who thrives in solitude, the strategist who sees beyond the surface. And because of this, she remains an enigma, misunderstood by many, but admired by those who recognize true strength when they see it. She is the woman who walks away from toxic environments, refusing to waste her energy on battles that do not serve her purpose. She is the thinker who challenges outdated norms, proving that wisdom is far more powerful than blind conformity. Her ability to disrupt the status quo is not loud, but it is deeply impactful. In business, she creates empires without permission. In relationships, she chooses authenticity over superficial connections. In life, she embraces solitude as a tool for growth rather than a burden to escape. Her presence alone forces others to rethink their assumptions about power, success, and fulfillment. But perhaps the most powerful trait of the Sigma female is that she does not seek change for the sake of rebellion. She seeks progress for the sake of evolution. She does not need to prove herself to the world because she already knows her worth. And in doing so, she gives other women permission to do the same, to step into their power, to break free from expectations, and to embrace the freedom of self-mastery. So the question is no longer, Who is the Sigma female? The real question is, are you ready to become one?